The night was alive with the rhythm of the drums. The great baobab trees that surrounded the village of Nimiu swayed gently in the night breeze, their ancient limbs whispering secrets of old. I stood among the villagers, my heart drumming in time with the beat, watching as the flickering flames of the great bonfire cast dancing shadows across the clearing. This was not just any night, it was the night of the royal dance. The royal dance was a tradition as old as the lineage of King Jemba himself. It was the night where the bond between the ruler and his people was reaffirmed, where the love between the king and his beloved queen was celebrated before all. As an elder, I had witnessed many such nights, but there was something special about this one. Perhaps it was the way the stars shimmered above us, or how the villagers had woven the finest raffia decorations, or maybe it was the sheer presence of the king and queen themselves, standing side by side, their love a beacon to us all. King Jemba was a man of great strength and wisdom, a ruler whose name carried weight even beyond the borders of Nimiu. But in the presence of his queen, Queen Naya, his formidable nature softened. She was the sun to his moon, the river that calmed his fire. Theirs was a love that had endured seasons of drought, war, and prosperity alike. And tonight, they would dance as they had on their wedding night many years before. The village had been preparing for this night for weeks. Women had spent their days weaving elaborate patterns into cloth, dyeing fabrics in deep blues, radiant reds, and golden yellows. Young men had spent days hunting, ensuring that there would be enough food to feed the entire village. Children had practiced their own dances, eager to join in the festivities once the royal dance had been completed. The drums grew louder, signaling the start of the dance. The villagers parted, forming a great circle, anticipation buzzing in the air. King Jemba stepped forward, his robe of deep indigo flowing with his movements. His broad chest rose and fell in time with the beat. He turned toward his queen, extending his hand. Queen Naya, dressed in a stunning wrap of red and gold, her beaded jewelry shimmering, took his hand with a grace that only she possessed. A hush fell over the crowd as they began to move. Their dance was not just movement, it was a story, one that spoke of love, of struggle, of unity. Each step was a memory, each twirl a testament to their journey together. The villagers clapped in rhythm, their voices rising in song, celebrating the love that had guided them all. I remember how the younger ones, those who had never seen the king and queen dance before, gasped in awe. Even the elders, who had witnessed countless royal dances, nodded in approval. But then, something unexpected happened. As the king lifted the queen into a graceful spin, a sudden gust of wind howled through the clearing, causing the flames of the bonfire to flicker wildly. The ground beneath us seemed to tremble for the briefest of moments. A murmur spread through the crowd. Was this a sign from the ancestors? Some clutched their amulets, whispering prayers. But the king and queen did not falter. In fact, they moved with even greater intensity, as if defying whatever force had dared to interrupt their dance. Queen Naya, with her radiant smile, raised her arms high, inviting the spirits to witness their love. And as she did, the wind calmed, the fire steadied, and the tension melted away. By the time their dance ended, the village erupted in cheers. The royal dance had been completed, and the bond between the king, his queen, and the people had been reaffirmed. The elders took this as a sign of prosperity, a blessing from the ancestors. The night carried on with feasting, storytelling, and laughter, but none could forget the dance that had taken place. After the dance, the king and queen made their way to the elders, kneeling before them as a sign of respect. Elder Omori, the wisest among us, stepped forward and placed his hand on King Jemba's shoulder. You have danced not only for your people but for the spirits who watch over us. May your love continue to guide Nimiu. That night, the village feasted like never before. The aroma of roasted goat and spiced maize filled the air. Children laughed as they played games, the elders sat in circles sharing tales of past generations, and musicians continued to play their instruments well into the early hours of the morning. As I sit here, many years later, recounting that night, I still feel the warmth of the fire, hear the echo of the drums. It was not just a dance, it was a promise that no matter what trials came, love and unity would always prevail in the heart of Nimiu.